All right, we live, we live. Welcome back to the Mean Green podcast with your host Now Frazier and my main man, Mr. Reggie. Mr. Reggie, how you doing today, man? What's going
Hey
on?
man, I be honest with y'all, man. I've been had a long day today, but it's getting better. It's
Mm-hmm.
gotten better. Nothing too serious, but just messing around with this here computer stuff, man. Because I'm a computer illiterate, and everything I learned on my own by just reading stuff, and I'm not, hands on with it like that, and I don't know how to
Yeah,
do a certain lot of things, so I lost my whole system. I don't know. It's been about 4 days, so that's why I didn't know nothing. I didn't do nothing
Mr.
because I was trying to figure it out. Still trying
Mr.
to figure it
Reggie.
out.
You know what I wanted to say to you? Because I know you down there in Philadelphia. There's a place called Micro Center. I go there and get my computers and stuff like that, but they fix stuff there too. I should have told you that before we went on. But if you need something, I'll tell you more about it. But I just thought
Okay,
about that when I was on here. So
okay, that'll work. Yeah, send me
yeah,
flash
yeah,
that information. But let's talk
yeah.
football, man. Let's talk football, man.
You
I
already
know
know.
y'all. We've been busy young men. So, but anyway,
Hmm.
let's talk about this draft. What do you think about? First and foremost, subscribe, like, and comment.
You already
For
know.
Miles
Both
Frazier,
channels.
you know, both channels. Bet on Yourself Media Sports and No Cut Sports Podcast, man. Help us out on that end. And also subscribe, like, and comment on Mean Green Podcast and tell your friends about us. Share the wealth. But yeah, I want to ask this question, man. Before we get started, I'm gonna get this out the way. I know it's a big topic around the NFL, as far as the Philadelphia Eagles go, with this
Mm-hmm.
year president visiting the White
Oh,
House.
oh, oh, oh. He wants to start
So
off with a bang.
yeah, because my theory is this, man.
Hmm.
Everybody has an opinion to go do what they would choose to do. Their arms not twisted to go to this here White House thing. It's not
Right,
nothing that they have to be there.
right.
And for the way the people been bashing Jalen Hurts and Barkley
Yeah,
and
Saquon.
and AJ and Devontae for not showing up. Lane Johnson wasn't it?
No, Lane was there. He was there.
Was
He was
Lane
there.
there? He was there.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I
But
mean,
it got kind of weird to me. I'm like, yo,
mhm,
man, it's not a big deal to go to the White House because we won the Super Bowl. If you
yeah,
don't want to go there for whatever reason, political, whatever your reasoning is, that's your personal
scheduling
reason.
conflicts, whatever the case may be, whatever the
Whatever
case
it
may
is.
be.
But I just was reading a lot of stuff on that today, and
Hmm.
on it, and it was like, wow, these people really talk about burning Barkley jerseys, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
they going that serious about it?
Yo,
The man
yo,
just won us a Super Bowl. He's shooting golf with the president, playing golf, couple of holes with the president, with his own social time on his time. And
right.
y'all want to condemn me for that?
Yeah, no, they do, they do. And
Hey,
the crazy part about it is the fact that he got to come out and defend himself. And I'm talking about Saquon is ridiculous. I mean, at the end of the day, and I was having this conversation with my lady earlier. When you win the national championship in any sport, that team goes to that. That's a thing. Like they go to the White House. You want to,
right,
you meet the president. You don't dictate. We can't. Not no one person dictate who the president is going to be. So there's people
right,
that like President Trump. There's people that don't like President Trump for whatever
right.
reason. I don't want to turn it into politics, but
We not
that's just the part of winning the championship. You go see the president, you go to the White House. They're not going there for nothing else but to do this little ceremony and they can get up out of there. Now
right,
Saquon wanted to, golf. He likes the golf. He spoke about it when he first came to the team. I like golf too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean,
right.
Trump probably asked me to go golf when I ain't gonna lie. I might go with him. I don't know. But my thing is
Yeah,
this: it's a personal thing. But to sit there and talk about burning his jersey. I even seen somebody talk about benching Hurts because they didn't like his leadership. I'm like, I don't know what that got to do with anything, but
he got really crazy, man.
crazy, man.
He
I
really
just got a
did.
respect for the White House. And I had family that was in the military, and things like that. My grandfather and all that, my uncles. So I got a respect for the soldiers and stuff like this. I don't like to bash, the
I got a
government
daughter
stuff like.
I got a daughter that's in the military right now.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I got
it's
granddaughters that's in the military. My daughters were in the military. So
okay.
I respect
And
the
salute to
military.
them. And salute
My
to them.
father was in the Air Force back in the day.
See?
My uncles were all in the military. So I don't have nothing against it. But even so, if they came home or whatever, and they was asked, "Do you want to go visit the White House?" and they said no. So now you're mad because they don't want to go. But anyway, man, I just felt like that was something that I wanted to talk about as far as the football side about that. And now all this here too shall pass. This is gonna be water under the bridge. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say this here. Tom Brady didn't go.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody. And they might have made a big deal about it back then, but I don't remember.
No, they didn't. He didn't want to go. He ain't go. Okay.
Right. My thing is shoot.
And the jerseys, threatening his wife and kids and all that. They ain't do all that.
Hey man, they still had to pay for it, so that's on them. You know what I'm saying? So but let's no, you good, but let's move into the draft, man. How you feel about Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles front office, what they did in the draft? Are you all right? You good? Man. You good?
Yeah. The water went down the wrong way.
Okay.
Man. Hey, I think we did a great job in the draft with the selections that we have, because I look at it this way: our team is built different than a lot of teams that's out there right now, as far as their needs and their wants for players and personnel on their team. Right. We don't need a whole lot. We got all our starters back, so all we need is people to come in and fill the voids. So we want high caliber guys, high caliber players that can deal with our system. They got to handle our culture. I mean, there's a whole lot behind that, but for the most part, my main thing with Howie, I thought he was going to go draft the running back. I thought he was going to go get Blue. I did, but he didn't. Yeah. Dallas wound up getting him, which is fine because we got the unsigned people. We'll get down the line on that, the UDAs. But the draft pick of Campbell, I like the kid. You know what I mean? I think he's going to bring a lot to the table. Fangio's going to have a good time deal. Fangio, he's going to have a ball this season. Man.
Is he?
He got some ballers, boy. And
man, listen,
he can move
they not ready
around. Oh, it's going to be. Oh man, I can't wait till the season.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Special, man. Fangio was running around like a kid in a candy factory. This
what?
Oh my goodness!
This was pretty much a Vic Fangio draft because most of the players that the Philadelphia Eagles picked were defensive players. So between Vic Fangio, Clint Hurt, I'm for sure Bobby King and Washburn and CP, they all had to say in some of the players, because I don't know if you got to see it, but they had the Eagles had posted each draft call on their page, on their Instagram page. And I was watching them earlier, and they had the different assistant coaches in there as well. So you see Clint Hurt talking to Ty. You see him talking to Ty. You see him CP talking to the Makumba from Texas. So you see how heavily they were involved in some of these draft picks. I see a lot of the top 30 picks that we did have, and not one player that we had we got. So maybe that was a good thing. I don't know. But yeah, man, I really.
My thing. Excuse me, my thing.
Yeah,
with
go ahead.
And I heard. Shout out to LB too. I heard him speak on it about that. We drafted and Philly 500. They both. I heard them speaking on that.
Yeah, right.
We drafted nobody from the top 30 visit list. But my thing with that is this: I think that was something that Howie strategically planned, because of the fact that so the people that other GMs won't get a win of his movement. So because last year we drafted 8 of the guys we brought in off the top 30 list.
Right. But see, we didn't win a Super Bowl the year before neither, though. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Howie's not thinking about that. Howie's trying to throw a diversion tactic for these other GMs. They say, Howie usually drafts at least 8 or 9 of these guys you're going to bring in. Let's get them. So you see what happened, right? They start snatching the Nolans. They start snatching the Starks. They start snatching them guys. Like, oh no, we instantly get these guys. So Howie was sitting back like, okay, they're quality players, but they're not something that we dramatically need. We can bring in a guy like we got Monte, the guy from where is he from Georgia? We got the other kid from Tennessee, Texas A&M, right?
With Texas,
right.
The safety,
Smile Mandan, they brought him
from
in,
Georgia.
right? From Georgia. They brought the cornerback Mac McCullough in, right? They got him from UCF, excuse me. So all these guys got it. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be the big one, though. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be the big one. Boy out of Texas. Boy from Texas. Everybody think he light in the ass. That boy's a missile. You see his highlight?
My man, him and Jihad, they both knocking helmets off. I see it. That's the type of players we need in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we need on the defense.
We like that kind of player. Yeah, we definitely like that kind of player.
They say he a little undersized, but he don't play like it. So we're gonna find out.
Okay, let me ask you this here: what would you grade the draft this year that we had, the pick selections we made? Where would you grade them at?
For the needs that we, at least that I was looking for, I think we did pretty well. I would give it an A. I mean, no less than a B plus, because you say it again.
No, go ahead.
You get Jihad with the first selection. You pair him with Zach Bond, so now you got that middle solidified. People gotta remember. I don't know how long some people have been Eagles fans, but I've been an Eagles fan long enough to know that the linebacker, the play from the linebacker area was always suspect. It's usually suspect. So now you pairing a 6'3", what is he, 6'3", 235, and he long.
Yeah,
I got a cousin that's like that, long, like
Jihad 6'3", yeah.
His instincts are a tad bit off, like he can pick up on it. I guess they say he just switched the position some years back, whatever the case is, but I think he's a great pick, man. Andrew Makumba, excuse me, he's another guy.
Right.
His comp is CJ Garner, the person we just let go. So I want to see what he can do. But I watched the whatever team that running back played for, Scatterboo. I don't know if it was a championship game. That New York guy.
Was he from Notre Dame, somewhere like that?
Nah, it's like South Carolina. It was some weird. It was a weird name school, but they were in the championship. Yeah. The Giants picked him up as a running back or a halfback, one of the two. But he was in that game, and I watched that game, and I was watching how he was playing. I'm like, oh, my man, all right. And he ended up having a pick as well. So
yeah.
So he's good, man. He's very
the running back, right?
Say it again.
The running back.
Scatterboo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of the team though, the college team he played. Yeah. They picked him up. But that game that they ran for the championship, I think they played Texas. And I was watching that game live. When I was watching my man, he had to pick to sell the game. Cause I'm like, I'm thinking Scatterboo team was about to win. And no, he threw the ball and my man picked that thing right off. So
yeah,
big time player. So we gotta see. And Vic Fangio. Yeah, Vic Fangio not gonna play that. Clint Hurt not playing that. CP not playing that. We have a standard to upkeep now, man. We don't win the Super Bowl, so. But how you feeling though? How you feeling about the draft? You think the guys is?
I think everybody that we got is comfortable players that can come in and fill the roles that they're going to necessarily have to do.
Right.
One of my favorites out of this draft is the kid Ty Robinson, man. This kid Ty Robinson, man, can play anywhere on the line, bro. Anywhere. He can play anything on the line, bro. And he's a monster. And he's familiar with Cam Jurgens. They played together.
Nebraska. Nebraska, I think.
Yeah, they played together up in Nebraska. But I watched the film on him. With Baldy. And Baldy tells you the facts.
No, did you watch the game when they played Colorado?
Yeah, he went off on my boy. Yeah.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, why do I feel like I heard his name before? And I was listening to LB and him earlier, and he was like, you don't remember what he did to Colorado? I'm like, Colorado. He went crazy. He went, but then again, the Buffs didn't really have a great offensive line for Shador, so You know,
Right.
but he went crazy that game, and I'm like, bro,
yeah, he went ham. He definitely went ham, bro.
I don't think people seeing it, man. You got a player like Todd. Was it Todd Johnson? I think his name is. Where now he can play anywhere on the line. They were talking about trying to line Brett Man up on the edge, lining them up different places. So now it's like chess. You don't know where and what's about to happen coming off that 4-man front.
And look,
you don't know what's about to happen, bro.
That's only the one guy. That's only the one guy. We got the other kid from what? Did he come from Michigan? Hinton?
Oh, and his pop used to play in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So we got Hinton. Then they got the UDA from Rutgers.
From Rutgers.
From Rutgers.
And then the last pick, I heard Joey Shakes talking about the last pick today from Virginia Tech.
Rutgers. I think he came from Rutgers, right?
No, the last pick.
The
who?
Where the big kid come from? The big kid, he's like 6'8", 345 pounds. What's this kid's name, man?
Wait, hold on.
Not Antoine Powell Roberts from Virginia Tech.
What's
this kid's name? The UDAs. You need to get the Eagles UDAs, man.
Oh, the UDAs? Hold up.
Yeah. Philadelphia UDAs.
Let me see.
Let me type this.
This is from 3 days ago.
You just someone that he's on the list.
Yeah. Wait, that's Montrell. Montrell Johnson's the running back. You got Brandon Johnson. He's a safety, Oregon. Max Hook from Toledo. A linebacker, Lance Dixon from Toledo. Running back. Wait. Offensive lineman, 6'8", 341. You talking about Holland Pierce from Rutgers?
No, not him. Where did I go?
I was talking about the boy from Virginia Tech. Where you at? Should have had this pulled up. My fault. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Antoine Powell Ryland.
That's him.
Yeah. Yo, E Money was good, baby. Let me see.
Yeah, so
I already know, baby. Go Birds. How you feel about the draft, man? How you feeling about the draft? If you still in here, how you feeling about the draft? But yeah, man. I think that Virginia Tech pick gonna be a sneaky one too because his stats. Let me look up his stats right quick. I had PFF up here.
I didn't pull it up.
They said he had like 16 sacks last year or something like that. I said, what? So hold up. But they say he got small arms though. That might not.
They always talk about somebody's small arm.
Yeah, my thing is this: you good, you good. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they be tripping.
If you good, you good. I'm trying to find what's his man's name?
What's his name?
The one from Virginia Tech is Antoine. Is Antoine Powell. That's what I was talking about. And then he had the boy. You talking about Cameron Williams from Texas?
What's his name?
Cameron Williams.
Cameron Williams.
He's from Texas.
We got the offensive tackle from Texas, Cameron Williams. We got Miles Hinton, Michigan. We got the other guard from Boston, Drew Kendall. Okay, and then we got the linebacker, Smiles Monday, and Ty Robinson. That's the draft pick.
Right.
But we got the UDS list. Here's the Eagles.
He said he like Jihad Campbell. That's for sure a great pick.
I love him.
Yeah, they say he slid. No disrespect. I don't know what these NFL owners and stuff be looking for, but they say he like fell because he had a labrum tear. I ain't no professional athlete, but I had a labrum tear too, a slap tear. Yeah. I'm just fine. I'm just fine. I'm like, what the thing is the man arm gonna fall off? Like, but that was a solid pick for them to move up one spot and pick him up though, because he's gonna solidify that line. Long as Zach Bonga stay healthy, you're going to probably see an increase in interceptions as well. So
Yeah,
Quinyon better get them hands together. He better get them hands together because now you got two linebackers that can drop in the covers, instinctual. They're quick, side to side, speed. Man, listen.
Okay, here we go. The Florida kid, running back, Central Arkansas running back. Hooker, that's the guy. No, he Hook. Toledo kid. Oregon Brandon Johnson, and the other corner Mays. But they just signed somebody else, man. They just picked up this kid. They just picked up this other kid from I think he's got to be from Rutgers. I thought they said he's from Rutgers.
There is a 6'8" right here. Holland Pierce is from Rutgers. He's 24 years old, 6'8", 341. Is a massive tackle who started a ton of games on both sides of the lines. Both sides. Whoa! Both sides of the lines.
Yeah.
And he has an 88-inch wingspan. That's crazy. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think they're trying to do? Because he can play on both sides of the line as well as oh God, what's my man name? Yes, Ty Robinson. They say he could play. They say he could play anywhere, but then he could play on the offensive side of the ball too, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm like, bro, what are they trying to do? They took who was a linebacker, Van Summeren, who was a linebacker. Right. Remember they had him playing what was a halfback, wherever the case may be, this past year before he got injured.
Right.
Yeah. So like, I feel like they're like. Yeah, but when they used to say versatility before, you was just thinking like, all right, if I'm on defense, I'm staying on defense, but I might be able to move around, or the corner can play a safety or something like that. They got players now going from defense to offense and playing like, I'm like, bro, what are we doing here, man? But it's working. It's working, though. It's working.
You guys want to play both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? I'm anxious to see what the kid Travis Hunter want to do up there and how they going to utilize him.
Yeah. They said he's gonna play on both sides. They said that's why the Jaguars got him.
Yeah, that's what they want to do.
I said that's gonna be crazy, man, because he's gonna be tired. So I'm telling you now, he gonna be tired.
He can do it. He's just not gonna play as many reps on one side of the ball than the other.
No.
That's gonna be the thing. They're gonna have a package for him. He can go in.
Yeah, special packages for, and that's what I'm sitting there saying. Is he going to play is he going to play corner, or is he going in there as a wide receiver? Because I think he tried out, or his pro day was for him catching.
They said they're going to use him as a wide receiver starting now.
Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I wish both of them best of luck. All three of them, actually, man. Shiloh too, because I see he went to Tampa Bay. So I wish all three of them the best of luck, man. But
Shiloh going to be fun. He's another dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just be on Colorado.
For sure. Yeah.
Give me a discussion of Shiloh. I mean, Shador Sanders situation. I mean, who else be there right now talking about?
Yeah. How you feel about him dropping to the 5th?
I felt real bad. Because they didn't have to do that to get back at Dion. He didn't deserve to do that, be that way. I think it was something with the owners' collusion about owners want to teach Dion a lesson, and they told him, don't nobody touch him until after the 4th round.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's what happened. Because, like, and everybody out there that watch football, as far as the statistics, who's playing on the field, there's nothing you can say about that. Jackson Dart can't touch him.
No.
The kid they got from Ohio State can't touch him. The kid they drafted before him in Cleveland, Gabriel, something like that.
Yeah.
Can't touch him.
Buns, the bull from where our offensive coordinator just went, the Saints. The dude he drafted Cheeks. You heard that here a lot. He buns.
I'm like, what the heck? But I'm glad he got picked up. God works in mysterious ways, and I believe that he's gonna persevere through this year because he's built for him. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And you got a good support system. That's the main thing. Only
Right.
thing he can do is go to Cleveland. He's there with the day and grind.
Right. That's it.
They
That's what they
don't
told
have
him on the phone call.
they don't have a solidified starting quarterback, but I'm
Nah.
willing to bet that Flacco's going to take that job because he's a veteran. He's the only veteran in the room.
Yeah, and he already know the system too, because you remember he played there. He was already playing there, so
Watson ain't ready to go.
nah, I think they done with him. I think they got to move on from him now. So and he can't play anyway.
They did say that, but I mean, you know, they gave him all that money. It is what it is. They just got to eat that. They knew
But see, that's what Deion was talking about. See, this is, and I feel like this is where it kind of went left. How he delivered it, because I can understand how it can go. You know, it can be interpreted wrong, but at the same time, when you're not from us, you don't understand us. You feel what I'm saying? So when he going around saying what he's saying, he not saying in a way where I felt like he was trying to be disrespectful. But we all know as fans, there are organizations that are not ever going to probably sniff a championship. Honestly, when have the Browns ever been in contention? But maybe one time when they had Baker Mayfield and they won that one playoff game, if I'm not mistaken. They won one playoff game in my whole lifetime, if I can remember. So it's like you can't sit there and be mad when the player wants to take their own football future into their hands. When Eli Manning didn't want to go, play for the Chargers, and look at the Chargers, bro. You can't be mad at that. I'm not trying to waste my talent, bro. This is a very small window that we I'm saying I'm in there, but that these players have, and you want to make sure you can get the most out of it while you can. Because you get injured, you miss a whole year if you get injured. Sometimes with like a Kobe Dean injury, you done for the year, man. And he might not even play too much next year. So
another thing on this topic, to move on, but they got to realize this is a whole new era in college football. These kids coming in now with money.
With money.
Right? With money. But his situation is just a little bit more enhanced because of who his daddy was. Right.
And
the things that Deion accomplished, people was hating on him because of the way he did what he did as far as the college football thing. Everybody was upset with him how he handled that situation, and it turned out to be the right situation for him and his crew.
Right.
But they was hating on it because it was something they wasn't used to being seen doing.
Right.
And I think the only thing that I'm gonna take away from Shador and the Sanders thing is the boy went off his brother Deion Jr. He published all this stuff. When Shador got on there and told him that if y'all want to change your organization, y'all seen what I did in the past. I did it twice. You take me if that's what you want to do.
Right.
He's a confident young black man. He's financially set. He don't need the money. I mean, of course he wants the money, but that was another thing that I thought in the back of my mind. They said, take him in the 4th or 5th round. He can't get the 40, 45, $50 million. He
can't get first round only because the only players that make that kind of bread are in the first round draft picks.
Yeah,
so
he already got money. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to give them no more than make them earn it. So that's a lot of stuff was playing in the back of my mind about why they did this young man. But the most important thing is he got an opportunity, and now he got to go out there and show these people down here and around the world that he's not who they think he was, and he can ball out.
Yeah. Yeah, we wish Shador the best, man, and Shiloh and Travis Hunter, man. And the rest of the Buck players, a lot of those guys got picked up. And that's another thing. Yeah, man, most of them guys got picked up, man. It's like, maybe some later rounds, but they're just having a chance to get your name called and be a part of a NFL organization that you don't work, so hard for. That's why I like Deion, because regardless of how you feel about him, he really care about them kids, man. He really do care about giving them a future, even if you're not going to the NFL, man. I watched the one clip because he always, I don't know if you know, but his Instagram, he's posting constantly every day on his Instagram, something inspirational or something.
Yeah. Deion loves them kids.
Yeah, man. But he be getting them in the door. certain places like that they probably wouldn't be afforded if they were playing for a different team or something like that. So shout out to Deion Sanders too, man. Shout out to him.
Shiloh,
Mm-hmm.
Shador, and Travis Hunter didn't take a dime of NIL money.
None.
They took the NIL money, allegedly from what I heard, and gave it to the people on the other guys on the team that needed it.
Right.
Furnished people apartments. See, this all the stuff they don't hear about Shador off the field.
Right. Right.
But to me, it's nothing they can find about him. Period.
A parking boot on his car. That's about it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
That's about it. Yeah, that's about it, man. So you got to figure out a way. You got to figure out a way to say something about the young man. But like I said, I wish them three guys nothing but the best, man. For real, man. They definitely deserve it.
I mean, the boy Jimmy Horn Jr., the other kid that's going down to the Ravens, he's gonna make the team. DeJounte Western.
Okay.
He's gonna be a nice piece there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll keep my eyes on him. But let me. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you. So, I want to get back to the Eagles joint, but tight end, Dallas Goedert, right? What you thinking they gonna do, because they had him on the trade block, and I was saying in some of my videos that I figured they were gonna try to use him as trade bait, because that's what the Eagles usually make a little splash trade, over the period of the draft. So none of that happened. He's still on the team, but he's still due, I think, close to $25 million. You thinking they're gonna try to rework that contract, or you think he's still on a chopping block to be traded? Because they didn't draft the tight end. And I know they picked up those young guys from the one was from the Colts, I want to say, and then you still got Grant Calcaterra, EJ Jenkins. He's another guy that they don't get talked about enough. So there's some guys on this joint that is still competing. So what you thinking they gonna do with that though?
Well, from what I've been seeing, Thomas Mott, he reported today about.
Okay.
I listened to his little segment. He thinks they're going to resign, or he's going to take a team-friendly deal. I think the right thing to do is bring him back for another year. I mean, if he won't be here, he's in the winning culture, but eventually we got to move on. They brought in another guy. They signed another guy today. I can't remember his name. That's why I didn't want to. And he came from I can't remember. That's why I'm saying they did.
No, you're good.
They still signed another tight end on the UVA to bring him in the camp. He's a big guy, like 2-something. Yeah, 2-something. He's a hard. They're gonna bring him in to the camp.
Okay.
Now they talk about the kid from Oakland again.
Oakland.
The tight end from Oakland.
From Raiders? You talking about?
Yeah. They're talking about that dude at the end of the day. Is it possibility will the Eagles trade for him?
Can't even think of my man's name. I know you're talking about too. Cause they got he a wide receiver, I think though. Lad McConkey. Yeah, but I'm saying I was thinking about Lad McConkey, but I think he's a wide receiver if I'm not mistaken. So but yeah, it's about what Bashan, but like bringing him in for as a
trading point.
Trade. Oh, okay.
If the Dallas Goedert thing doesn't work paying out.
Yeah, but I feel like at this point, because you got this I don't want to get too far off the topic, but I feel like if you waited this long and he couldn't find a trade partner, because like I said, he's been on the trading block since before the draft, so he hasn't been able to find a suitor for his deal. So now I'm looking at it like, and this how it go. The longer they wait, the less they gotta pay you, or the less leverage he has. So it's like, he's due a certain amount of money. So is he trying to rework the deal, or like I said, I ain't really mad at how he played this year. He played well when he was playing. The only thing is he's getting older, and then the injuries, he's missing too many games. So,
but that's the thing with everybody, with him.
Yeah.
can't stay healthy.
And that's what I'm sitting there saying. I'm like, who is gonna? I mean, and it's football. I understand it, but like, I'm like, who gonna pay that? Who wants to pay for that? So, I'm not. And it's not to take away from his talent, but you got to be available to play. So the best ability is availability. So
you got that right. His best opportunity was with the Colts, but they drafted a tight end. That
right.
Put him out of their radar.
But you gotta think, who's the head coach of the Colts? he used to be the offensive coordinator here, so he know about him too. So it's like you don't want that, and it's already out there.
I believe they didn't get one in the draft, they would have took the shot at that Gallus Snyder.
Yeah. But I don't know if they were gonna pay him what he was looking for though. So I think he wanted to get paid, they said.
Maybe not, but at that point, Gallus Snyder probably wouldn't want to come back here because of the money situation. And he might only took like $2 or $3 or $4 million more than what he was going to offer just to leave now.
Right.
He got his championship.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He's probably trying to chase a bag because it's probably going to be his last contract that he can possibly get with some guaranteed money behind it. So,
and San Francisco just gave what's your name nutty money today.
Yeah.
So you looked in at that like, whoa, wait a minute.
But he's somebody else too. Like it's not, I want to say a comp, but he's somebody that gets injured. He'll miss a few games here and there. I don't know what's going on out there though, man. They might be. They might be ready to rebuild out that joint. So, but also too. So tomorrow, what's today's date? The 29th. So it'll be the 30th. So tomorrow will be the last day for them to sign Jordan Davis or extend Jordan Davis, whatever the case may be. Him being a first round draft pick, picking up his 5th option. I want to say. The 5th-year option. So, do you think? I mean, because he kind of got leverage, I would say too, but then he doesn't with the Eagles. He won the championship with us. I know he's due. Probably he wants a nice size contract, but if they put the 5th-year option on there, do you think that says something about how they feel about him, or you got to pay? They got to figure out how to keep the salary cap down too. So
they're gonna bring Jordan Davis back.
You think so?
They're gonna keep the Bulldogs together, man.
At least for one more year.
At least 2 or 3 more years.
Jordan
Davis will be here.
You think Jordan Davis is gonna stay here?
Only way Jordan Davis don't stay here, he get hurt, and he let that boy Ty Robinson get out there. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Ty Robinson get out there, start showing off. It's gonna be.
If he let that kid get more reps, he go down. He ain't getting back out there like that.
One thing I will. Yeah, he a bad boy. He a bad boy for sure. He a bad boy. But Jordan Davis though, I do feel like, and I heard Philly 500 say this, because you can see it if you're watching the games, man. And I kind of started seeing it when that Bills game when he chased down Josh Allen, he was out of breath. But I'm like, bro, if he would get in shape, he could be a game record within himself, man. They used to double team, triple team him in college. So my thing is this: he a wall. If you get in shape and can stay in constant shape, you will be one of those. What's my man Dexter from the Giants? Lawrence, Dexter Lawrence from up there at the Giants. He got a sack in the Super Bowl or the game before the Super Bowl. So like he got the talent. He just I don't know, man. But I know Clint Hurt not playing with him. He already done said it, man. He not playing with him. So
listen to this here. Carter.
Jalen.
A Jomo?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Smith. Nolan, right?
Yep, Nolan Smith.
You gonna have Zach.
No, Jalix. You talking about Jalix?
Yeah, Jalix. I'm talking about Jalix, Zach.
Oh, Zach. Yeah.
Zach Brown, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're going to have Campbell. Or Hinton.
Yeah.
Or one of the other kids that we drafted. What's his name? I can't remember the O-lineman. What's his name?
They had a couple guys. The one from Texas, Cameron Williams. Yeah.
Another gorilla.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's going to be too much, man. That rotation.
That's a rotation of monsters, especially if you're running the 4-man front.
They're gonna be pounding the shit out of people, bro.
Man,
we have to take this here, and them young boys are gonna be thirsty.
What? Because you got to prove yourself. You got to prove yourself too. This is you coming into an organization that just won a Super Bowl, fresh off a Super Bowl. So we're not expecting nothing less but the best, man. Nothing less but the best.
Watch the Fangio. Fangio will go unleash. Fangio will have a ball this season.
Fangio about to unleash the beast.
You hear me, bro?
Yo, when they went,
Fangio ready for the season right now. I am. I want to see them young boys go.
Yo, for sure. And he's not gonna be afraid. He's not gonna be afraid to play who the best player is. So if one of them, like you said, one of them young boys come and start outdoing somebody else, listen, man. You gave your spot up, not you gave it up. I'm just sitting here making the decision. You gave it up.
I'm gonna try my best this year to get down to these practices, bro.
Yeah,
I know, bro. It's gonna be down there. All the boys should get job, and all of them is elite.
Yeah. I don't know how they keep doing this, but I like when Jihad had fell to the at least to us, or at least further into that first round, and they picked him up. I was like, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wanted Walter Nolan, so I was like, you compare him with Jalen Carter. But then when Jihad fell to us, I'm like, and they picked him up, and I'm like, dang, that's two players. That's 6'3" right there in the middle of the field, and he's long. Zach Bone's kind of tall too, but he's not. He don't give off that long, like, yeah. He did, and I'm like, yo. So it's like the 4-man front with these two knuckleheads behind them. Like, I'm like, who's stopping it? Who is stopping it? Who is stopping it?
The boy, what's his name? Munson.
Who?
The safety.
Oh, from Texas. Makumba. Him back there with Reed.
That's what he's good at. With Reed Blankenship, Cooper DeJean, Chew, you know what I mean? Couldn't Brown no bag, whatever.
Who you think you're gonna put Ringo out there at the on the other side? Or you gonna think they're gonna do the New York? What's my man from New York that they picked up?
Oh, yeah, well, he got to win that spot.
Yeah, yeah, Cindy Brown, another player that's been like kind of in the wind, man. Because like I know he's coming off
at Texas A&M to challenge Cindy Brown,
bruh. Even if they can get it to a point where it's like, because I know they talked about some coaches don't like the rotational thing. Only like to keep the same players out there. But if they get like a good rotation with these players, because that's what I was sitting there. We was talking about when we first got on here. The core of this team is still intact. You only needed players to come in here. It's still talented, but you ain't got to come in here and be you like number one talent. You just got to come in here and just do your job to the best of your ability, bro. And you will add to what is already going on.
That's it.
That's it. You don't got to go out here and do too much. Just enough, and you're gonna be good to go.
Come in, do your assignment.
Yup.
And you good.
Absolutely.
Good at your assignment. Good at understanding the language on the defense or the offensive side of the ball.
Right.
When changes need to be made. And you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Practice every day. Give them what you got. And you'll make the team.
Right.
Don't drop no interception.
Right. We had a hell of a problem with that.
Yeah, snatching. What's they had a problem with it too? You could have about 5 or 6 interceptions. Quinyon Mitchell.
Quinyon could have been solidified, rookie of the year if he caught more interceptions, boy. But he's still locked there. That's my boy. What we got? Great. Appreciate you. I
love the young kid. He got his boy up here with him now.
Yeah. So now you're starting to see the Eagles are starting to understand when they did that bulldog, whatever y'all want to call it, got all them guys coming in here. Plus, they do produce great players out of that program. Same thing with the Alabama players. Jalen Hurts, I know he graduated from a different school, but he attended while Smitty was there. Whoever else, Dickerson was there, whatever the case may be. So you bring in his roommate. This was this man's literal roommate. I was like, wait, what? Roommate. So they know each other. And you're not bringing him in here just to make him comfortable. He clearly got it. I didn't get the chance to look at the UDFA's order tape yet. But if you're bringing him in here, he has to have some type of a talent. So, and then
they say special teams. He's a great punt returner.
Oh, okay. Was that the guy I seen that they signed? They signed another guy. I don't know if he's from Wake Forest. I just seen him before I hopped on here.
Out of Florida. Oh, Wake Forest was a wide receiver.
It was a wide receiver. It might have been a wide receiver. Yeah.
Wide receiver out of Wake Forest, white boy.
Yeah. Remind me of Britton Covey. Crash Test Covey. Yeah. So
he's bigger than Covey.
Oh, is he? Yeah. That was the thing with him.
Yeah, he's big. He's bigger than Covey. He had like 700, 500 yards last year. 700 yards receiving last year.
Okay. Yeah, man. But they're finally
55 catches or something like 700 something yards, 500 something yards, something like that. Wasn't bad.
Okay. All right.
He was good defensive back. He led the team in tackles with 175 for Toledo.
Okay.
And special team punt returner.
And you always need players for that too.
They figuring if you can't fit in the backfield, back end of the defense, they can put him over on the special team punt and kickoff return.
Yeah, man. I think I ain't gonna lie, man. Say it again.
Jihad Campbell back there too. He's still fighting for his life.
Yeah. I got you. No, I got you.
He's fighting for his life right now. And he got competition. Competition.
No, man. I like
that.
You said it again?
I like Jihad Campbell.
Yeah, but they said that they can find, because you got to think he is a first round draft talent. So it's like you really can't afford to pay him and the rest of those players on our offense, which are pretty much all paid now. But I mean, if he's willing to take a back seat and stay, because I really did love him in the playoffs and I really loved him in the Super Bowl. I'll tell you that much. And I think if he had more time to get acclimated with the offensive system, now there's going to be a new offensive system getting installed this year. He probably have been a little bit more involved, but yeah, man. What's up?
Jihad
Campbell
is not worried about no big contract. He's worried about staying in the league right now. He's not telling you, man, because of the fact that the years he spent in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Was down even though he was a number one pick. He came here last year, really didn't get no shine. I mean, what they threw to him, like 20 balls? If he got that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He wasn't heavily involved though. Yeah.
Right. Came through at the right time when the cameras were shining the brightest. So that's gonna give him a thumbs up.
Right.
You got me?
Mm-hmm.
So, because he performed on the big stage, he didn't crack.
Nah, not at all.
So, to me, he deserves a shot.
Yeah.
He got to prove to me he's not worthy.
Right.
But I will bring him back.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Because like I said, he had talent, man. And then what he did in the Super Bowl and the playoffs, he just showed that if you get him more involved, he can produce. I mean, he had a touchdown, I think, too, in the regular season and all that. But I really like Jihad Campbell. I just figured that, I don't know, man, because he's still got a year left on his deal, so I think that's the reason why he's still here. But not this coming year. Yeah, I think he got one more year left, if I'm not mistaken, because he was only
this year coming up is his final year on this contract.
Okay. So, but he probably looking to get paid, man. So, and the team definitely could use his talent, but like you said, it's just, can he get his stock up to that point where it's like, can you come through as a number one or a number two? Because right now you playing at a number three, and you produce him, but they don't get the ball to you enough. Now, if they get him heavily involved this year, it's going to be a different story come next offseason. So.
but be realistic too. Look at it from the outside.
No, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
He's not going to get the ball like that. You got Jay.
Nah, not from AJ, because you got to think he probably the fourth option.
Smitty. Now
He the fourth option.
What can happen for him this year? If Goddard don't come back, that open up the window for him to get the ball down.
That will.
You got me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're not going to really be having faith in the new wide receiver as much as they would. But he'll be getting a hell of a lot more balls his way now.
Yeah, nice amount of targets.
They use the other tight end for a distraction or whatever.
Yeah, diversion, something like that. Yeah.
Diversion.
Yeah, but
if that's the only way he's gonna see more balls. If it's Goddard don't come back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm hoping Goddard come back unless somebody knows something different that's watching. Because like I said, I thought he was gonna get dealt during the draft, which didn't happen. And then him still being here on the team, like I said, we love his talent, but like as I said before, the best ability is availability, and a man like if you want to go out in the beginning of the season, all right, cool. I don't really mind too much, but it be them playoffs. We getting close to the playoffs or whatever the case may be, where we really need him, and it just don't pan out. He missed like 3-4 games, so but that's a tough guy, great talent too. But they didn't draft anybody. I know, like you said, they probably picked somebody up in free agency. So we'll see how it pan out. But they got guys behind them like Grant Calcaterra that they like, DJ Jenkins and all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't blame you. Listen, I don't blame you. But I like to give the guys credit because they do come through when they need to sometimes. So
Calcaterra, dude.
Say that who?
Calcaterra.
Yeah, what about him?
He comes through.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you said something else.
He played well in some of the games when Dallas was out.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So shout out to those guys, man. Trying to think, are we missing anything since we ain't been on here in so long? I know
it's so much. It's so much, man.
It's so much. Like,
I mean, whatever pops in your mind. I'm really interested in the wide receiver room too.
Oh,
now,
okay.
So with Dotson, I want to go back there, and my guy Johnny Wilson, and the other kid, from the little quick guy, couldn't never get on the field.
Anaya Smith.
Anaya Smith.
Yeah,
these the type of guys I'm saying that, especially Anaya Smith.
Yeah,
he got to show up.
He definitely got to. He got to.
He's gonna be on the outside. He got his ring now.
So, yeah, but I mean, he didn't.
He showed nothing, man. We had high expectations of him coming out of college.
Yeah, very high. Yeah, like, I understand. And I understand he was coming off the injury. That's why I was trying to cut him some slack. I'm not a professional athlete. I don't be trying to go too crazy on him. But at the same time, you are a professional athlete. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what NFL stands for, don't you?
Not for long.
Goddamn right. Get your act together, Eli Smith. Get your act together this season.
Real rap, man. Real rap. Because I'm telling you, as fast as here, it be gold.
We can't afford no injuries or nothing like that.
Nah, and I'm really hoping because I felt like if they could get him involved, he could be like you can use him as a running back, you can use him as a wide receiver. He was like a good gadget player for the Eagles if they were willing to run them types of packages. But he just it's not this. I don't want to sit there and say he's not good or anything like that. But he was coming off an injury. I forget what it was. So usually when you're coming off an injury, it take you some time. But like but I can't say that because Cooper DeJean. He came in. He ain't miss a beat. I'm like, where this kid been at? So we need him to step up, man. And Johnny Wilson too. Johnny Wilson, another one.
That's what I was going to, baby. Johnny Wilson. I think they can. It's hard right now, man, for these guys, man. And how he makes it this way for a reason. I mean, you know what I mean? You got to fight your way out the hole, man.
Yeah, but can you perform under pressure as well?
Dotson, right? Them guys right there, they got to fight this season. Yeah. You got guys, they might not have no names right now, but They come to camp. Them boys is hungry, man.
Yeah.
Them guys come to camp is hungry.
Yeah, man.
So
they need a check
like,
too, just like you.
Especially like Smith. Now Dotson, we spoke on him. He might get a little pass, but Johnny Wilson got to show up. But I wouldn't want to get that because his body frame.
Yeah, man. You don't come across that too much. You try to make that a project. You try to make that a project, but
we can't make it a project too much longer.
Nah. Because these spots, you got to think these spots. You got 50. I forget how many people is it. How many people can you keep? 93, 92.
Oh, from the beginning, 92, yeah, something like that.
And then what you got to chop it down? I think to like something. Yeah, 50. Okay. So you want to keep the 52 of the best, and that's what I was sitting there saying about Vic Fangio earlier. He's not going to go out there and just put any your body. He's not going to sit there and just make you feel good about yourself. He's going to tell you that you need to work on these departments or these areas of your game. If you can't do it, your position is not solidified on this team. And I think it's going to be the same way on the offense. So
yeah,
we just got to. Yeah, man. But I like piggybacking on what you said. I like what they're doing because. Like in those big moments, like one of the big things we talked about in that Super Bowl was at 22, when with Quez Watkins, where it was like it'd be big moments and he would just drop the ball, like literally just drop the ball. So you want to wean out that no disrespect to Quez, but everybody's not built for those big moments. You want to wean that type of mentality out prior to you even getting to that point. You ain't got to worry about Saquon. You ain't got to worry about Jalen Hurts. You ain't got to worry about A.J. Brown, Devontae. Them big moments, those guys come through on the offense. So you want to make sure that the light is never too bright for these players because, like you said, these are young players. But that's why you go get these players that go play in them championship games in college and stuff like that because they already understand. You think Jalen Carter was scared out there? That's what he was sitting there saying in his Super Bowl pre-interview. He's like, "Oh, this ain't nothing to me." He said, "I won 2 championships already." this ain't nothing. Like I've been doing it. Yep. So that's something else that they also have to, because it's not a stat. They don't show up on the stat. You have to see that with your own 2 eyes. I remember I heard Nick Sirianni say when they come in, so when they draft the guys, he'll ask them or before they draft them, maybe the visit or whatever the case may be. He'll ask them you want to play basketball or you want to do something that's competitive just to see if they're competitive, how they respond. So either winning or losing, whatever the case may be. So stuff like that is a good indicator to let you know what type of player mentality wise that you're getting. So yeah. Right. So I figure I'll speak on that, but yeah, man. So
and I think Nick Sirianni moving forward, just with the core group that he has around him,
right,
should be very, very successful.
Mm-hmm.
I think he learned a lot from Kellen Moore. He's seen a lot. And the offensive coordinator that we brought in, I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be flexible and giving us 50-50 run pass. Depending on the circumstances and the team we're playing, I think the blueprint from the last season and the season before that mixed in was the formula for last season's Super Bowl run on offense. Okay? Because we was just missing the running back the year before. We got Saquon last year. They opened up everything else on offense. So now everybody around the league, especially in our division, is building themselves to stop the run. Because they don't want to be embarrassed by Saquon. So now you're going to get a dose of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all going to get the doses of it. He's going to give y'all needles. He'll give y'all your vaccinations. Y'all going to need it. You know what I mean? He's going to definitely get them out. But it's going to be Jalen arm this year.
Yeah. I think you're going to see more of that.
Slot, backs out the backfield, getting the ball out of his hand really quick, and then step back, throw the dash.
Yep. Because people, I swear people think this man can't throw a football. I'm like, I don't know how both of your receivers get 1,000 yards by themselves. I'm like, what you want this man to do? What more you want this man to do? So,
Ask
man,
Andy Reid when he throw the ball.
you said say what? Ask Andy Reid. Him and Spagnola.
Patrick Mahomes.
Ask him and Spagnola. They couldn't stop that. So listen. And he only getting better. He only getting better as time go on. So they said the man's like a nonstop worker. I was watching the interview Rich Eisenhower. I guess this was it Tom Brady's throwing coach or QB coach or something like that? I think it was like the throwing coach, whatever the case may be. But that's who Jalen Hurts' coach is. And he said, Jalen Hurts, he said, like, who can you compare him to? He was like, the only person I can ever compare this man to, his mentality is like a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. He said it's like the fine details that he works on. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he already got a solid base, a solid foundation. You just got to tweak some of the things. You know what I'm saying? And that's anything that you're doing, like
the minute things that he works
on. The minute, exactly. So he it's and it's scary because you got to think, man, you just won a championship. I ain't seen this man. We barely saw this man.
Right.
He's like Batman. You don't see this dude at all. Like I don't.
He went immediately back to the lab.
Immediately. Him even looking at
because
go ahead, my fault.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, even when he won the Super Bowl, it was like it didn't phase him. Like it didn't even phase him.
Because you know why? That's what champions at heart and mind do. Because
I need another one.
This is what I'm supposed to do anyway. This is what I signed up for. So me winning the Super Bowl is part of my contract.
Right.
I told the city, I told the Eagles fans around the world, this is what we do.
Right.
This is what we do.
Facts.
It's no. I'm not bullshitting. You see?
Yeah, no, not at all.
That's why they hate us, bro. They know what we got, and they was doing their damnness this draft to try to get all the pieces that we put in the top 30 list,
and it still ain't gonna work.
But I'm telling you, I believe this from my heart.
Mm-hmm.
How we did that intentionally.
Yeah,
I'm telling
you.
Yeah. So when them guys start snatching them off the board, how we knows it? We got one more. Oh, we got Star. Okay. Yeah.
Look, so keep falling to us because they say he tried to trade up to like what 20, 21 with the Chargers.
He was able to Chargers to try to get
Campbell.
Elijah
Yeah.
Campbell.
So Campbell must have been on the radar since then. So
yeah. But he said, hold on. How he vision? I see something. I see something. Hold on. Yeah. And guess what they was going to do? They was going to draft Shador Sanders. Cleveland jumped in front of him. You know what I mean?
Bro, that'd have been nasty work right there, boy. I'm telling you, Shador and Philly in that midnight green. Ooh-wee.
I told my wife, I said, they're going to draft Shador.
Mm-hmm.
She said, why you say that? I said, I just got that feeling. If he dropped this far, I said, the Eagles will take a fly on this guy. And you know what? If he come to Philly, it'd probably be the best thing for him. Because he know he ain't got to worry about playing no time soon. He can
you're not getting it.
Be the number 3 quarterback, right?
Right.
The kid we just got from Cleveland. Them two would be battling it out, basically. Them two probably would have been battling it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, they had intentions on doing that from what sources I talked to.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, man. I was hoping they'd do it because you know how was going to try to either draft him and develop him a little bit, flip him for a pick. Because we all know he got the talent. We know he got the talent. He just rubbed the person the wrong way. So
yeah, if he came in, bumped his head on the goalpost here a couple times, and then how he shipped him out of here, he'd been good to go.
Yep.
It'd been like chickens feeding on seed out there after that kid.
What? And it'd been great. It'd have been great for the city too, because it'd been great for the city. It'd been bringing more publicity here to the city and all that because they still talking about him on ESPN and all that, the different networks. So
he gonna be the story for the whole year.
oh yeah, especially if he play well and he outplay like a Flacco or
Many
Gabriel. I'm like, who the hell drafting Gabriel? Like, no disrespect to him, but before Shador, crazy.
Crazy. Camp today, the day of the 29th, right? Tomorrow's the 30th.
Yeah.
So the camp start May 2nd.
Who, the Phil Eagles? Or is that the Browns?
I know Cleveland start May 2nd.
Oh, okay. I think the Eagles are OTAs in May, if I'm not mistaken. So
right.
I gotta get that. May. Okay.
May 2nd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I know these start soon. I've seen that somewhere. So
yeah.
So yeah, man. But yeah, it's a lot of good talent that they brought in this year. And then we really didn't even talk about like Aziz Al-Azalari. I know I say his name wrong. Al-Azalari. Aziz from the Giants. He's 24. He another Georgia Bulldog. Lewis seen somebody that we didn't really get to see yet that they picked up. So it's like, man, it's so many different talented players. At least they were talented when they were coming out of college. But it's like so much talent that they got on these teams. On his team, and then now you got the coaches. You got Vic Fangio, a hard ass coach. You know he a hard ass, and he not taking nothing less but the best. So he going bring out whatever he need to bring out in you. Clint Hurt, he gonna make sure he's not playing with you. Jordan Davis, he's not playing with you. Get in shape. Any of them, like get in shape, get on this line. Y'all gonna be playing, and we knocking heads the whole game.
Right.
We want straight terror off that line. The fear, period. So.
I'm telling you, I can envision this right now, man. The defensive line for the Eagles is going to be crazy.
I can't wait till the football season. I didn't think. I'm like, how does the team that just won the Super Bowl get even better? Even better. So listen, man.
It is so scary for these other organizations, man. When we come out on the field, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's
crazy.
Just think about this. You seen the Eagles dismantle a team that was trying to go for a 3-peat championship. They didn't score until the end of the third or the beginning of the fourth quarter. This is the second best this is the second best team in the NFL, and they did that to them.
Right.
What you think they're gonna do to them regular teams if they can put it all together?
Right.
Come on. Even the Commanders. Let's not forget about the Commanders. Just they love talking stuff.
Right.
55 points. Come on, man. Like, listen.
I don't understand why, like teams like Washington, their coach got to talk about we gonna play the lump on Jalen. Why would you do that?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Here we go again. Young boy Brooke.
From Dallas.
He going to about he wants some cards. Oh my God.
Why?
Don't poke the bear, man. It's too early. Don't poke the bear.
My man didn't even get the OTAs yet. He didn't even get to the building yet. He didn't even get to the facility yet.
Streets up yet.
Man, come on, man. Jalen Carter, that's a different breed, man. He's a different breed.
He just signed himself on, though. He just signed himself up for one.
He signed himself up.
Belt to ass. He just signed himself up for one. Belt to ass. You gonna get it for sure. Jordan, you know Jalen Carter is okay.
He gonna make it a point.
I'll meet you in Dallas. I'll meet you in Philly when you come here. I'm gonna give it to you both times.
Yep. He's gonna give it to him every time. As long as you playing for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna give it to you. You lining up in front of me or on the other side of me, I'm giving it to you every time.
Young boy should have kept his mouth shut, man.
Nah, for real though.
You should have asked other players from some other team before you told them what it's like. You move a Volkswagen by yourself. That's what he's like a Volkswagen.
Yo, oh boy, he done signed up for the wrong. He signed up for the wrong thing, man. And I feel like And Jalen Carter is one of those players, though. I heard him say it before. He studies his competition, so he definitely heard that. He definitely going to go back to main man highlight room from college and see what he do wrong, just so he can take advantage of it. So
he could do.
He going to test him. He going to test him. He going to test him. So
I feel bad for him, man.
I feel bad. I actually no, I don't, because I don't bang with Dallas, not one bit. Not one bit. So, but yeah, man. Shout out to the bread man, though. Shout out to Neff. We got to get him on the show, bull.
I'm glad he opened his mouth, man.
Yeah, man, because that's added motivation. I seen like if you remember the what game was it? They had to calm him down when they played the Saints. That was we was only 3 weeks into the season. Right. I said, dang, he that hype in 3 weeks into the season.
Yeah,
my man said, yeah, but that's what you want to say. I'm like, all right, I love the passion, man.
So
I love the passion.
Get out of here, right?
Yep.
Let me ask you your opinion about the linebacker room overall. What do you think? You know, we got Dean. He's going to be coming in late. We got Zach. Now they say they're going to use Campbell / edge linebacker. We got Jeremiah Trotter Jr., right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what they brought in, did they bring in the linebacker? Yeah, they got the kids Smile.
Yeah, and then they got the UDFA guy from they brought him in too from Toledo. They got a couple UDAs, whatever you said, but
give me your overall assumption of the linebacker room.
So before I had said before, if you was an Eagles fan prior to this, the linebacker room used to be nothing like this, man. Now you had versatile options for playing linebacker because, like you said, Jihad Campbell can play linebacker and he can play on the edge. Aziz Alalari can play on the edge. He can play linebacker too. Zach Bond, same way. He can play on the edge. He can play linebacker. So now the confusion with Vic Fangio's defense, that confusion comes in because you know how they don't line up how they so when the ball snapped, they're in something completely different. They might line up in cover 2 and then it go to cover 3 or four quarters or something like that. And you never know. So now you got versatile players where they move around. You might think, the safety playing a little too far out and he coming and he rushed into the box or he coming down to the box. So it's so many different things. Oh, he coming off the edge this way. Now they both can come off the edge if they want to, or one come off the edge on the left and the other one just fall back in coverage to the right. It's so many different designs and schemes that they can run with these versatile players. But that linebacker room is really going to help them do that because now you got 2 players that's 6'3", and some of them other linebackers about like 6'2", 6'1". Now they can drop in the coverage and all that. I'm looking to see an increase in interceptions because I'm like, how you throwing over 2 towers like that right there at the nothing's getting that short ball stuff. I don't think you're going to see that too often on our team. So you're going to have to do midfield passes or you're going to have to go to the
flat.
Say that again.
Go through the flat.
The flat, yeah, you got to keep it underneath. Yeah. You ain't getting nowhere underneath. Tackle for loss. That's just as good as a sack. You losing yards. So my thing is you're not gaining upfield. You see what Cooper DeJean did to Jamar Chase on the line. You're not Derrick Henry. They're trying to make it so you can't get past probably the 10, 20-yard line. Keeping everything underneath. You feel what I'm saying? So, and if you do go deep, good luck. Good luck, because we got that Texas safety out there, Reed Blankenship, who knows how to be wherever the ball is at any moment in time.
And we just got the new kid, Monte. He's a ball hawk.
Exactly. So Q, he's locked down. Depending on who they put on the other side of him, I don't know what more the Eagles can do at this point to be the number 1 defense. They got to be top 5 next year with these players. So
yeah, they should be.
Man, listen, they were number 1 this year. I mean, they really only lost Josh Sweat, and I feel like he can be replaced. He's not. I like Josh Sweat, but he wasn't a player that I thought was like going to take the game over. He could take it over, but he wasn't doing it like he was supposed to. I would say it was like little here and there. So now you got players that can do that, man, and I feel like they finna turn it up. So
to me, Josh Sweat was like he played the game like he knew he was talented, but he never really, to me, gave his full
effort. Right. Yeah.
He never gave his full effort.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he hid behind the other accolades of the other players on the team. But he did come to play on days, and he got his little.
He did come play in that Super Bowl. I gotta give him that. Yeah, I gotta give him that. Yes, he did.
See, games like that, yeah, he's ready for that. Super Bowl,
right?
I'm putting my mark out here.
Right,
it's money time.
Yeah, he said I gotta get paid.
Right, he has something on the line. So, hey, man.
Yeah, so we'll see, man.
That's what I got. That's what we have.
Yep.
If
you got any?
You got here? Comment down below. Like I said earlier in the show, like, comment, and subscribe, please, and tell a friend and tell a friend.
Yep, I got your stuff up here too, Mr. Reggie, on the screen. So y'all make sure y'all follow Bet on Yourself Sports too, right here on the screen. That's my man, Mr. Reggie's channel. We do our own individual thing, but we come here collectively for the Mean Green podcast. So
there you go.
My fault, trying to cut you off. My fault. Trying to get your page out there.
But just if you next time if you type it, put media behind self.
Oh, okay. I got you. My fault.
If I go to that, I'm not gonna pop up.
Okay. So, wait, what is you said it's Bet on Yourself Media?
Media Sport.
Yeah. My phone, I'm typing it in here, y'all.
You got it. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this segment, man. We got to try to link up again soon.
I know. What's your schedule looking like?
I'm off Thursday.
You off Thursday? I work until like it's gonna be like another time like this, like probably like 9:30.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is that okay? So then we can get back on here. We can talk about what we need to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to probably put out a video tomorrow. I gotta look at the footage though, because I do like to, at least I don't know every player that we drafted, so I like to look at their highlights and stuff like that and their grades on PFF, so I can come up with a little concept what I want to talk about. But I'm probably put out a video tomorrow. But we can even talk about that too, like if you want to UDFAs or how they can affect the team, or kind of talked about it tonight too. But we can do that too, man. So, Thursday. What's your weekend look like too? You got anything going on the weekend?
Just work.
Okay. So we gotta figure out a time so we can let Pablo know, and then we can either he can come on here, we can go on his joint. So
okay.
So yeah.
I'll know something Friday. We got some stuff going on.
Hey, whenever you get a chance, whenever you get a chance. So
my schedule definitely will be changed.
Okay. He said for the better.
Yeah, for the better, for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. So
they got their best out of me this month. This all.
Oh man, you gotta get your money though.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
I had to make some adjustments in my life. But that's what we do.
Yep, absolutely. So
man,
wrap it up.
You can wrap it up.
All right, man. All right, so you already know, man. It's Nam from the No Cut Sports Podcast. My man, Mr. Reggie Barnes from Bet on Yourself Sports Media. We come together as the Mean Green Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode today. Please, if you could, follow each of our pages. Like I said, mine's the No Cut Sports Podcast, and Mr. Reggie is Bet on Yourself Media Sports. Thought I put it up here. My fault. Let me make sure I put it up here on this.
Okay. There you go.
And there you go.
Hey.
There you go. That's Mr. Reggie right there. Make sure y'all take that in on the search bar. Y'all follow us. We put out our own individual videos talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and what you can expect from them. So with all that being said, we greatly appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for tuning in. And we hope to see y'all again. So like I said, I'm now from the No Cut Sports No Cut Sports Podcast, and my man, Mr. Reggie Barnes from Bet on Yourself Sports Media. We appreciate y'all watching.
We got y'all. Check back in Thursday night.
Thursday night, yep. Thursday night around the same time. Yep. I'll put out a thumbnail, Mr. Reggie. I'll put out something so they know. So we can get some more people up in here. All right.
Check.
All right, man. We're gonna holler at y'all, man.
And all those who showed up and came through to support us, thanks a lot.
You already know we appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And then don't forget, Thursday night, probably around the same time, 9:30, we're gonna go live again, talk about some more Philadelphia Eagles content. But with that being said, we appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good night. We're gonna bounce up out of here, y'all. I'll holler at y'all.
Be safe.
You already know.